So I realized that I'm a little bit behind schedule with what's been going on lately with the Jaguars, as I've been a little busy away on my honeymoon, but I'm making this video now to catch up for all of that. So apparently Jalen Ramsey still can't keep our names out of his mouth. The Jaguars are literally living rent-free in the man's head after all this time still, because he apparently just can't help himself but to go on to Keith Talib's podcast and talk about Jacksonville Jaguars. And to be honest, you guys, look, full disclosure. If I had things my way, the whole thing with Jalen would have never happened, and I wish that he was a Jaguar for life. I wish that he loved this organization. I wish that he loved the city. I wish that he loved everything about our team and our franchise. And unfortunately, that was just not the case. Jalen Ramsey always wanted to get drafted by a team like the LA Rams or New York or something like that, because it's all about Jalen. At the end of the day, it's all about Jalen. Now, he will tell you, and if you listen to that podcast, which I didn't even listen to the whole thing, I just read articles and listened to bits and pieces. But if you know anything about it, he said that he blames Tom Coughlin for all the problems, and that the Jaguars as an organization, as a locker room, did not buy into Tom Coughlin. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't believe that. I think farther down the road, maybe like the 2019 season, they probably really started to do that. But I'm going to tell you right now, the 2017 season, that was not the case. Calais Campbell, if you go back, I mean, there'd be a lot of internet digging, but if you care enough to do so, if you go back, Calais Campbell, when we signed him in the 2017 offseason, he literally said, because it came down to signing with us or the Denver Broncos, and he chose us because even though the Broncos offered more money, he chose us because of Tom Coughlin and what Tom Coughlin brought to the table. And what he brought to the table, at least the first year, was an AFC title game appearance. And I guarantee you then, Jalen Ramsey wasn't, locker rooms against Tom Coughlin. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Here's the thing with Jalen. He was mad. He was butthurt that the Jaguars didn't throw him the biggest contract ever for a corner a year before they probably should have. That's what he was upset about, okay? I really don't think it had anything to do with Tom Coughlin. I mean, maybe part of it, but it's all about Jalen at the end of the day. And I wish it wasn't like that, because the Jaguars finally drafted a guy with one of their millions of top 10, top 5 picks who, at least me at one point, I thought, wow, this is a Jaguar that has a legitimate chance to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Like, we drafted a player with a premium draft pick who is the best at his position in the NFL. He is the face of our team. We didn't have a quarterback. Blake Bortles wasn't a good quarterback. Neither was Nick Foles. So with that period, Jalen was it. He was the face of the franchise. And you know what Jalen Ramsey did? Jalen Ramsey said, screw you, Jaguar fans. Screw you, Jersey Jaguar. Screw you, City of Jacksonville. Screw everything. I'm going to pout. I'm going to get in the corner and cry like a little baby, and I'm going to get out of here. Okay? You want to know? And let me reiterate a little bit more about how everything he said about Tom Coughlin, I think, is bullcrap. Because if you recall, I can't think of the dude's name, but when he originally got released, he did like an ESPN 60 or something like that interview with somebody. It might be Ike Taylor, I think his name is. And he said that in the meeting after his spout with Doug Marrone on that Week 2 matchup against Houston, he said there was 2 people in the room that he respected and 2 people in the room that he did not. Okay? He was talking about Shad Khan and Tony Khan as the 2 people that he respected. So just keep that in mind, right? Now, let's go back in time a little bit, Jaguar fans. Let's go back in time a little bit to that 2019 season, okay? So much, remember, those are the 2 people he has respect for. One of them is the owner of the team. Remember that. I don't know if you'll remember. I certainly do, because I don't forget anything with this team. We had a week... Oh, there I go. I'm proving myself a liar. I forget. I want to say week 7 or 6 game against the New Orleans Saints. Might have been week 5, something like that. And before that, Shad Khan had a meeting with Jalen Ramsey and came out of that and went public and said, I had a good talk with Jalen. I think everything's going well. He should be good. I have full confidence that he will play on Sunday because we need him to guard Michael Thomas. You can go find the article. I know it exists because I remember reading it. You might have to do some Twitter searching, but it's out there. And guess what, guys? Jalen Ramsey did not play that game because his back hurt him. Okay? And guess what happened right after that? See ya. We traded him to the LA Rams because I believe, and I will never not believe this, that after he made Shad Khan look like an idiot and a liar after that he went to David Caldwell that Monday and was like, screw this guy, I want him out. Whatever you can get for him, get him out. And that's when David Caldwell started making phone calls. So you know what, Jalen? At the end of the day, dude, you got what you wanted. And it hurts me because you were legitimately my favorite player in the NFL for a period of time. I wore your jersey every Sunday. I wore your jersey to my first ever Jaguar game. Like, you were my favorite NFL player. And you spat in my face. So I can't wait for our matchup against you this year. I hope Trevor Lawrence throws the game winner right in your direction, because screw you. That's all I have to say about that. The next topic of this video, apparently the Jaguars cornerback room has been licking guardrails or something. I don't know what we've been doing, because just about our entire cornerback room has, I don't know if I can say it, so I'll just say the VID. CJ Henderson is on the VID list. Luke Barco is on the VID list, which he probably won't even make the team, so it's not that big a deal. And then Chris Claybrooks has the VID, as well as, even though he's not a corner, Jake Luton also, I believe he was the first one announced to have the VID on the Jaguars. The Jaguars actually have the most players on the VID list than any other team in the league, which is kind of concerning. Last year it was this filthy, rotten Titans. So I don't know, maybe we can hang around the Titans too much. I hope not, because I don't like that. So yeah, we have 4 players on the VID list. Is it that big a deal? I mean, outside of CJ Henderson, I'm not too concerned. I feel like it might be, it happened just early enough to where maybe, I mean, hopefully it was like a false positive. Because really, CJ Henderson's the only guy that I really care about getting on the practice field. I know that everyone reports tomorrow, which I will make a video about. So I doubt he'll be there tomorrow, but I'm hoping at least by this time next week, CJ Henderson will be cleared to be on the practice field. Everyone else, you know, I hope they don't get too sick, obviously, but at the same time, they're not going to really have any effect whatsoever on the Jaguar season. So I don't really care too much, to be perfectly honest with you. That's pretty much the only 2 things I had to talk about today. Jalen Ramsey continues to be obsessed with the Jaguars. It's not the other way around, Jalen. I know you want it to be, but it's not, buddy. And the Jaguars got the VID, which hopefully they can get rid of soon. If you watched to this point of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Give this video a like if you love your Jags. If you're super excited for preseason in 2 weeks. If you're not subscribed to this channel and you love the Jaguars or you hate the Tennessee Titans, I beg you to subscribe to this channel because I promise you won't be disappointed. Go Jags.